At the same time that the autumn season is spreading throughout Genoa City, there are a number of well-known personalities who find themselves caught up in events that take place without their knowledge. During the events that are taking place, Diane and Victor are at the forefront of the discussion. Diane Jenkins has left Jack Abbott perplexed with a message that is veiled in mystery and refers to secrets that she has been keeping for an excessively long period of time. This message was sent this week. This coming week, there is a glimpse that can be seen into the unraveling of the mystery that has been going on. In spite of everything that is going on, Victor Nguyen is keeping a surprise tucked away in the back of his sleeve. This surprise has the ability to not only shock some of his competitors, but also to change the lives of those who are closest to him. Both of these outcomes are possible. Prepare yourself for a week in which secrets will be revealed and loyalties will be put to the test. It is essential to be prepared for this week. There is a release of ambiguity as a consequence of the cryptic message that Diane sent. In spite of the fact that Diane's past may have been subject to a number of shifts, she has not yet finished concealing her secrets. According to the episode that will be broadcast this week, Jack Abbott is taken aback when Diane leaves behind a message that, at first glance, appears to be completely benign. On the other hand, the mysterious language of the message starts to eat away at him, bringing back memories of circumstances in which he was left in the dark about what was going on. During a particularly illuminating moment, Diane brings up the phrase "unfinished business," which is sufficient to motivate Jack to arrange a meeting with her in person. The decision is made by Jack to meet Diane in person. There is little doubt that Diane is going through her own personal struggle, as seen by the fact that she hesitates when Jack surrounds her and demands answers. The eyes of Diane dart down to the ground, and as a consequence, the typically calm posture that she emanates begins to falter. Despite the fact that Jack does not believe her when she says that it is nothing and that he should trust her heart, she is adamant about this. Jack is attempting to determine whether he can believe Diane's reassurances, or whether perhaps her past is coming back to haunt their lives once more. As he does this, the tension in the scenario continues to build. Both of these are questions that Jack is attempting to provide answers for. I would like to know where I may discover additional information regarding the nature of the unfinished business that Diane may have accidentally left behind. As a result of being caught in the crossfire, Ashley ended up becoming a victim itself. At the same time that Diane is making a significant amount of effort to convince Jack to change his attitude about the problem, Ashley is observing the situation from the sidelines with an increasing level of cynicism. Even though she is fast to pick up on the tension that exists between Jack and Diane, she has never fully trusted Diane's return. She is quick to pick up on the tension. Instantaneously, she is able to recognize the distinction that exists between the two of them. The fact that Ashley is eager to show her support for her brother does not prevent her from adding fuel to the fire of uncertainty. Despite her best efforts, she is unable to refrain from doing so. Ashley takes advantage of the situation by advising Jack to never let his guard down. This is because Jack is concerned, which allows Ashley to take advantage of the situation. In order to achieve this goal, she offers a variety of ideas concerning Diane's earlier misdeeds, which are not exactly subtle in nature. At the same time as everything is going on, the tension that has been building up between Ashley and Tucker continues to intensify, and Tucker is attempting to convince Ashley to let go of her animosity. Nevertheless, Ashley is not anywhere close to being ready to forgive and forget. If anything, the puzzling message that Diane left merely serves to fuel her desire to protect her family even further. Despite the fact that Ashley's goals may be good or malicious, there is a possibility that she will find herself dragged deeper into the unfolding drama than she feels she is. This is contrary to what she believes she is doing. Victor's family is taken aback by his unexpected actions, which has caused them to be surprised. At the same time as the Abbotts are struggling to make sense of the mysterious letter that Diane sent, Victor Nguyen is getting ready to reveal a surprise that has his family on edge. The Abbotts are having a difficult time understand what the letter is trying to convey at this fact that Victor is well known for his outrageous actions. His family members are constantly on the lookout for his next performance. This is due to the fact that Victor is notorious for his behavior that is unexpected. When it comes to this particular scenario, Victor is the one who plans an unforeseen family gathering. Despite the fact that Nick, and Victoria are enthusiastic about the event, they approach it with a reserved optimism rather than a sense of joy. During the course of the meeting, Victor makes a daring announcement. He has made the decision to temporarily step down from his position at Newman Enterprises. This is an incredibly conceited remark. On the other hand, this is not the end of the narrative. He intends to select an unexpected successor to take over the responsibilities while he is away from the office. When Victor tells Adam that he is offering him the position of interim CEO, shockwaves are sent throughout the family. Adam is immediately taken aback by the news. At this point, it would appear that Nikki and Victoria are both experiencing a level of shock that is beyond their ability to comprehend. Nikki is split between her devotion to Victor and her mistrust of Adam, while Victoria is simmering with wrath since she believes that she has been taken by surprise and deceived. On the other hand, Nikki is torn between her suspicion of Adam and her loyalty to Victor. Within the context of everything that is taking place, Adam is unable to conceal his shock and dissatisfaction. He is split between a state of incredulity and joy when he comes to the conclusion that this opportunity has the potential to finally offer him with the legitimacy that he has always sought. He has always craved this credibility. During the time that they are getting ready for their next move, Victoria and Nikki are making everything ready. Adam is having a hard time coming to terms with his emotions at the same time that Victoria is calculating the ways in which this disturbance could put her position in G-Party. During this time, Victoria is in the process of analyzing the situation, and her thoughts are racing. Immediately following the conclusion of the meeting, she engages Nikki in a private talk since she is reluctant to let her guard down. As a means of keeping track of Adam's every action, they devise a strategy that they collaboratively design in order to accomplish this function. Victoria is looking for every moment of weakness or slip-up that she can use to her advantage in order to weaken him. She is doing this in order to gain an advantage over him. Her hope is that she will be able to make use of this information to her advantage. Nikki, who is known for being a voice of reason, does counsel prudence. Yet she is also concerned about the potential consequences that Adam's newly acquired power could have for Newman Enterprises. Nikki is a voice of reason. There is a voice of reason in Nikki. In an effort to convince Victor to reconsider his choice, the mother and daughter team comes up with a plan to keep Victor informed about all that Adam achieves all during the course of their relationship. The purpose of this tactic is to persuade Victor to reconsider his previously held beliefs. However, Victor, who is as perceptive as ever, becomes aware of their reluctance and does not hesitate to approach them regardless of their hesitation. He reminds them that their dedication to their family should take precedence over their own personal problems, and that they should prioritize their family. The brilliance that Victor possesses is at an all-time high. Kyle torn at the crossroads of professional and family goals and objectives. As a result of his employment at J-Bot, Kyle Abbott finds himself in the heart of the drama that is revolving around the Abbott family. His dedication to his mother, Diane, and his drive to achieve success go hand in hand. He is torn between the two. He is torn for choice. Kyle comes to the realization that he is torn between two courses of action as he continues to get a deeper comprehension of the mysterious message that Diane conveyed to him. Should he, on the other hand, put his faith in his mother's claims that she has put her past behind her, or should he take his family's efforts to discover the truth about Diane into consideration? Ashley is making an effort to enlist Kyle's support by assuring him that he will play a significant role in her own goals if he is willing to assist in uncovering Diane's secrets. This is part of Ashley's effort to recruit Kyle's assistance. The fact that Ashley is doing this is an indication that she is eager to win Kyle's support. On the other hand, the reality is that the situation is only becoming worse as time goes on. It is an intriguing concept, particularly when one takes into account the fact that Kyle's annoyance with the Abbott's competing corporate power struggles is going to continue to increase. Because Kyle has the impression that he is being pulled in a number of different directions, he is faced with a crucial decision. He can either take the side of his mother and risk the consequences for the family, or he can throw his weight behind Ashley, despite the fact that this could further splinter the family. Kyle must choose between these two options. Phyllis is the type of person who seizes opportunities with both hands whenever she does so. During this time period, Phyllis Summers, who is well known for her propensity to seize chances, becomes aware of the challenges that Diane is experiencing. With Diane currently dealing with a mystery and the likelihood that she is lying, Phyllis sees this as an ideal opportunity to begin an attack against her. Diane is currently dealing with both of these things. Phyllis sees this as a good time to begin an attack against Diane, despite the fact that she is distracted with her own plans. Diane is the target of her attack. Phyllis starts digging in the hopes of discovering some dirt, in the hopes of achieving her aim of excavating some dirt that would finally give her the upper hand over her adversary they had been fighting against for a long time. An unplanned chain of events allows Phyllis to make contact with Ashley, and the two of them come to the revelation that they share a shared interest that is relatively uncommon: the need to preserve control over Diane. Phyllis and Ashley come to this realization simultaneously. In spite of the fact that they are only working for the same objective for a limited amount of time, the fact that they are working toward the same aim provides them with sufficient motivation to work together. They had created a partnership that neither of them had imagined, but if they are successful in uncovering Diane's secrets, it may provide a difficulty for her. This week is going to be filled with exciting times to come. Despite the fact that Genoa City is reeling from Victor's bombshell and Diane's peculiar past is being brought to the forefront, feelings continue to simmer on all fronts. These two occurrences are taking place simultaneously at the same time. It is during this time that Diane is making an effort to conceal her secrets, which means that the relationship that she shares with Jack is being put to the test. While everything is going on, Ashley's suspicions create a wedge wider among the Abbott family, which makes the situation even more difficult to contend with. Due to the unexpected action taken by Victor, which shakes Newman Enterprises to its very core, there is a power struggle between Adam, Victoria, and Nikki. This action causes Newman Enterprises to be shaken to its very foundation. This, in turn, facilitates the power struggle that is about to take place. Furthermore, as Phyllis continues to pursue Diane, long-standing rivalries are reignited, which has the potential to reveal secrets that have the ability to weaken Genoa City to its very roots. This discovery has the potential to bring about the destruction of Genoa City. This week, loyalties are put to the test, trust is thin, and the past threatens to completely upend the carefully created lives of the elite of Genoa City. All of these things are happening simultaneously. The occurrence of each of these things is occurring simultaneously. It is possible for anything to take place as a result of the fact that there are a large number of individuals that are vying for power and answers. The outcome of the scenario will determine the destiny of everyone involved. As the holiday season approaches closer, the atmosphere in Genoa City is starting to become more and more permeated with the spirit of Christmas. This month, Melissa Claire Egan, who plays the beloved yet troubled Chelsea Lawson on The Young and the Restless, gave viewers an exclusive look behind the scenes of the show's highly anticipated Christmas set. The set was constructed in preparation for the holiday season. Egan, who is well known for her warmth and charm, provided insights and details that highlighted the beauty, nostalgia, and festive magic that was produced for the Christmas season in Genoa City. She also emphasized the fact that Genoa City was full of all of these things. By combining aspects such as dazzling decorations, comfy corners, and a feeling of tradition, the set of Young and the Restless will undoubtedly convey a sense of joy and celebration to the screens of all viewers. This is a certainty. An imaginative and enchanting world of decorations available to you. Egan expressed her excitement about the festive set change that the crew had worked weeks constructing in order to bring the holiday magic of Genoa City to life. This was discussed during a recent interview that she participated in. She disclosed that the Christmas set is a little bit different from one year to the next. She said this will be the case. Taking into consideration all of these stunning decorations, it would appear that they have taken things to a whole new level this year. It feels as if you are entering a winter paradise when you go inside this establishment. She went on to describe how the well-known Crimson Lights and Newman Ranch were transformed into a spectacular setting that left the cast in awe. In the next discussion, Egan, who is well known for her positive disposition, went on to talk about the improvements. As Egan made his way through the set, he pointed out the minute details that the design team had meticulously included into the set. During the course of her conversation, she disclosed the knowledge that at Crimson Lights, we have these warm, glimmering lights draped everywhere. They added garlands, a wreath with little ornaments, and even a snowflake pattern on the windows to give it that frosted, wintry look. The author adds in describing the decorations. A snowflake design was also implemented on the windows. Egan claims that the well-known coffee shop has been converted into a cozy and friendly haven that emanates seasonal joy and generosity at this time of year. During the holiday season, this location is an excellent choice for the people of Genoa City to assemble because of its excellent location. The Christmas spirit that Chelsea exhibited while working on set. Egan has hinted that viewers would see a more compassionate side of Chelsea Lawson during the Christmas episodes, despite the fact that the character of Chelsea Lawson, which is played by Melissa Claire Egan, has had a range of highs and lows over the course of the past year. Egan said to himself, "I believe that Christmas really brings out something special in Chelsea during this time of year. Despite the fact that she has been through a lot in her life, Christmas is a time when she has the opportunity to connect with her family and potentially start finding some peace in her life. It is anticipated that Chelsea and her son Connor will have a few scenes that are both tender and heartfelt while they are filming for Christmas. Egan has said how much she loves filming those bits, and it is anticipated that they will have such situations. There is something very special about the bond that exists between Connor and Chelsea, and it is a great sight to witness them spending the holiday together. This large Christmas tree is featured on the set, and there is even a scene in which we go through the process of decorating it together as a group. I had the distinct impression that I was actually celebrating Christmas with my on-screen family," she noted with a smile over the course of the conversation. The Newman Ranch, which is renowned for its exquisite furnishings. It is true that the Newman Ranch has always been the epitome of elegance and sophistication. Nevertheless, when it is decked out for the holidays, it appears much more stunning than it already does. When it came to the decorations that the crew had created for the Newman family, it was impossible for Egan to refrain from expressing his awe and admiration for the painstaking attention to detail that they took. According to the facts that she disclosed, they went all out at the ranch this year. There is a large Christmas tree in the living room that is decked up in ornaments that are red and gold in color, and the stairway is decked out with lovely garlands. In addition to that, the garlands are also wrapped around the staircase. It is just jaw-dropping. The majestic home that Victor and Nikki Newman have designed gives off the idea of being the best possible vacation home, complete with plush furnishings and fireplaces that are warm and inviting. As far as Egan is concerned, each and every room at the ranch has its own special festive touch, which lends a warm and welcoming brightness to every corner and cranny of the property. It's the kind of place you'd imagine spending Christmas morning at, with a big family breakfast and presents under the tree, she said with laughter. It's something you'd imagine spending Christmas morning at. The viewers are going to absolutely adore how magical everything feels, according to my expectations. The abundance of festive sweets and delicacies in excessive quantities. Egan added that the Christmas set that is available this year features a range of seasonal delicacies all over the place, which is one of the most delightful aspects of the set, according to Egan. She made the observation, in the Abbott Mansion and Crimson Lights, they have little plates of cookies, hot chocolate mugs, and even gingerbread houses. Regarding the fact that they possessed these objects, she was making a reference. Despite the fact that the cookies appear to be so delicious, I found it tough to resist the desire to nibble on them in between takes. I found it difficult to resist the temptation. As far as Egan is concerned, the props department went above and beyond in order to create a cozy and appealing holiday atmosphere that incorporates sweets that are appropriate for the season. Because the scent of gingerbread and cinnamon was permeating the entire set, even the players had the sense that they were taking part in a real-life holiday celebration. This was due to the fact that the scent was present. According to her explanation, they even had hot apple cider in mugs for a scene, which added a touch of authenticity to the overall experience. It would appear as though each and every item was designed with the purpose of bringing Christmas to life every single time. At the Abbott Mansion, we delighted in spending time with our family. Without the presence of some heartfelt family moments at the Abbott estate, Christmas in Genoa City could not possibly be deemed complete. There is no way that this could be the case. As far as Melissa is concerned, the Abbotts will be gathered around their Christmas tree, which is adorned with traditional ornaments and even certain antiques that have been handed down from generation to generation within the family. According to Egan, it is always wonderful to be a part of the Abbott family scenes. This was the explanation that he supplied. The Abbott family has such a long and illustrious history, and it is a fantastic sensation to observe everyone gather together beneath this really gorgeous tree. The Abbott family has been around for a very long time. During this time, the Abbotts will be reflecting on prior Christmases and the beloved members of their family that they have lost, and Egan has dropped hints that viewers may be anticipating some distressing moments during this period. This thought was articulated by her in the following manner. There is definitely a moment where we remember those who aren't with us anymore, and it's just really touching. I believe that a significant number of viewers are able to identify with the Abbott family because they consistently find a way to be respectful of their traditions. The Christmas attire, creating a magical wardrobe for the holidays. In addition, Egan offered some ideas for the Christmas attire, which helps to contribute to the overall joyous spirit that is present in the scenes. The remark was made with a chuckle as she recalled some particularly fashionable holiday attire. "We are decked out in these lovely cozy sweaters and holiday colors," she said. "The costume department has us decked out in these gorgeous sweaters and holiday colors." A scene occurs in which Chelsea is seen wearing a lovely green sweater that is an excellent illustration of Christmas dress due to the fact that it is both joyous and stylish. Depending on the circumstances, the characters wore a wide range of diverse garments, which included everything from casual holiday apparel to fine evening wear. The ambience is more formal than it would be for a Christmas dinner, since we are dressed up a little bit more for the family activities than we would be for a conventional Christmas meal. On the scenes that take place at Crimson Lights, on the other hand, we are all dressed in a manner that is warm and laid back, just like you would be on a coffee date in the winter. A Christmas that shall be remembered and celebrated for the city of Genoa. And to Melissa, immediately after the conclusion of her tour behind the scenes, Claire Egan gave a sneak peek at a few exciting things that she has in store for her fellow fans. In the not too distant future, there are things that are going to happen that are simply astounding. Let's just say that Christmas will bring people closer together, and maybe some people will get the fresh start they've been looking for, she said with enthusiasm. Let's assume that Christmas will bring people together. This is a wonderful time of year to reflect on what is truly significant, and the authors have done an outstanding job of capturing that essence that they have captured. According to Egan, the plot and set that are centered around the holiday season provide an opportunity to highlight the more sympathetic side of the people who live in Genoa City, so bringing about a sense of community that goes beyond the confines of the computer screen. I believe that everyone is going to experience the holiday magic that we have accomplished this year, she said in her statement. The concept of forgiveness and the importance of family is something that is shared by all of the families, whether it is Chelsea's family, the Abbott's family, or the Newman's family. The purpose of this is to act as a reminder that we are always able to get back together, regardless of what may occur throughout the course of the year. Following her completion, Egan communicated with her lovers by sending them a note that was brimming with feelings. "We hope that this holiday season on The Young and the Restless brings you happiness, laughter, and a little bit of that Christmas magic," the creators of the television series declared. "We are looking forward to celebrating with each and every one of you since we have put a lot of love into it, and we just cannot wait." In light of the fact that Melissa Claire Egan has provided a glimpse behind the scenes, it is certain that the Christmas episode of Young and the Restless that will be broadcast this year will be one that will be remembered for a very long time. Genoa City will be filled with all the festive warmth that the city has to offer, as well as moments that will warm your heart and strengthen your family bonds. Fans won't want to miss out on this opportunity under any circumstances. One of the few stars who have had quite an effect in recent times is Paxton Mishkind, a young actor who plays the part of Connor Newman on The Young and the Restless. Mishkind is one of the very few stars who have made such an impact. Television viewers are captivated by the show's captivating drama, which is broadcast on screens. The passionate actor who provides depth to each scene is the one who is accountable for the intricate feelings that his character experiences and the difficulties that are conveyed on screen. Recently, Mishkind gave his fans a view behind the scenes, giving them exclusive glimpses into life on the set, the challenges of portraying Connor, and the crucial mentoring he receives from his senior co-stars. He also gave them their first look at the set. The following is a view into the fascinating world of Genoa City as seen through Paxton's eyes. It is a world that is full of suspense, excitement, and a surprising amount of comedy. Watch this. Connor's emotional experience and the regaining of control through. The story of Connor Newman has been a whirlwind of feelings, despite the fact that his parents, Chelsea and Adam, are attempting to provide him with a safe environment despite the fact that they are experiencing troubles in their own relationship. Despite the fact that he is still young, Mishkind is able to convincingly represent Connor's anger, confusion, and vulnerability as he navigates the ups and downs of his parents' stormy relationship. This is despite the fact that Connor is still involved in the relationship. When Mishkind is questioned about his strategy for coping with stories that are so emotional, he reveals a strategy that was not anticipated. He continues by saying, "I try to make sure that I understand why Connor feels the way that he does. There are times when he becomes extremely enraged, and that is when you find yourself asking, why is he so upset? Because of this, I work along with our coaches to ensure that it is done appropriately." The fact that Paxton is so dedicated to understanding Connor's motivations for acting in the manner that he does is evidence of his increased level of acting maturity. In particular, as the story touches on subjects like bullying, loneliness, and the instability of the family, he emphasizes how important it is for him to relate with Connor's feelings. This is one of the things that he emphasizes, due to the fact that a great number of children go through extremely difficult circumstances. I believe that it is of the utmost importance for Connor to demonstrate that it is acceptable to experience a wide range of emotions. He goes on to say that in addition to this, he receives a great deal of support from both his mother and his father. Developing a relationship with every other member of the cast behind the scenes. When Connor is on screen, he usually finds himself in circumstances that are emotionally intense, whether he is having a fight with his parents or he is dealing with his feelings. Mishkind, on the other hand, takes great joy in engaging in hilarious conversations with his fellow cast members while they are not on screen. When he talks about the experience, he announces with a big smile, "Working with Mark Grossman, Adam, and Melissa Claire Egan, Chelsea, is always so much fun." And he continues to elaborate on the event. "These individuals are able to provide me with a great deal of aid whenever I am experiencing feelings of anxiety, or whenever I require assistance with a scene. They are both really kind and friendly. Melissa is someone I feel like I can call my on-set mom. She is someone I can depend on to watch out for me at all times." One of Paxton's most cherished memories is connected to a practical joke that Mark Grossman participated in while he was working on the set. At the time that he informed me that this massive and dramatic moment that we were filming was going to take place, it was raining inside the building. For a brief period of time, I was persuaded by him. However, he suddenly started laughing at an unexpected point. There is a smile on Paxton's face whenever he recalls the memory, and he goes on to say that times like these help him relax before going into critical sequences. In the same way that she is noted for bringing warmth and laughter to the set, Melissa Claire Egan, who plays his on-screen mother, is also recognized for doing the same thing. Paxton asserts that she makes it a point to ensure that it is comfortable for everyone, even during the most emotionally charged scenes, and that she does this on a constant basis. He asserts that she always has this way of calming me down, and he is absolutely correct in his assertion. She would say something to the effect of, "Okay, Paxton, take a deep breath," and then I would feel better almost immediately after hearing her words. Having the opportunity to work together with her is a wonderful blessing. Conducting research on the experiences of veterans. One of the most well-known television shows in the world is The Young and the Restless, which is renowned for its outstanding cast of actors and characters. Paxton conveys his heartfelt gratitude for the chance to work with such talented persons as Eric Braeden, Victor Newman, and Sharon Case, Sharon Roselles, expressing his appreciation for the opportunity to engage with them. It was brought to his attention that Eric Braeden, who plays his grandfather Victor, has imparted to him some vital insight that has left an indelible imprint on him. This information has been brought to his attention. Paxton laughs from ear to ear as he thinks back on the piece of advice that he received from him, which was to always be extremely familiar with my lines. However, he also advised me to enjoy myself and to simply be myself. Paxton has also gotten knowledge from Sharon Case by virtue of the fact that she plays the role of Sharon, which affords her a substantial amount of opportunities to interact with him when they are working together. Sharon reminds me so frequently to keep in mind the reasons why I enjoy acting. He replies in response, "The fact that she is so kind and friendly gives me the idea that I am a member of the family even though I am not." The filming of difficult situations while playing the character of Connor. In spite of the fact that Paxton takes pleasure in the wonderful camaraderie that develops on location, it can be challenging to portray the emotional moments that Connor experiences. It was necessary for him to go deeply into his feelings in order to have a complete comprehension of the storyline, which centers on Connor's struggles with the separation of his parents and the uncertainty that was brought about by this phenomenon. His acting skills reached new heights in a crucial scene with Connor, who ran away after experiencing feelings of abandonment and misinterpretation. Paxton's acting abilities reached new heights in this scene. This scene was a significant component of the ongoing storyline. When he recalls that day, he says, "I remember feeling really nervous because it was such a big scene." He goes on to say that he was really anxious. After having a talk with the director in advance, I was able to have the confidence that I would be able to successfully do the task. I think it's wonderful that everyone works together to make sure that the scene is handled in the most efficient way possible. In addition, Paxton explains that in order to successfully express Connor's misery, he pulls inspiration from his own personal experiences of being misunderstood or unhappy. A confrontation between Connor and Adam, in which Connor expressed how he felt divided between his parents, was one of the most dramatic scenes that he had ever played. Adam was the one who was the main character in the scene. Despite the fact that it may at times be really difficult, I am extremely thankful that I am able to accomplish it. And after that, everyone was clapping for me, which gave me the impression that I had done a good job. He says with a sense of appreciation that is reminiscent of his youth. Comments and reactions from viewers and supporters. Because to his performance as Connor, Paxton has amassed a legion of passionate followers all around the world. It has been communicated to him that he is quite grateful for the support that he receives from the fans, and that he is frequently overcome by the generosity that he encounters. It is incredible to see how generous individuals can be on social media. The fact that they tell me I'm doing a wonderful job is something that makes me feel pleased of the work that I've done, he says with a smile. It's something that I'm very appreciated. Those admirers even go so far as to relate their own personal experiences. And it gives me the idea that we are all facing this challenge together. One of the many remarkable events that Paxton had was when a fan wrote to him and expressed gratitude for the manner that he had showed how challenging it can be for children when their parents do not get along. Paxton had a lot of other memorable encounters as well. A significant impact was made on me by it. Furthermore, he explains, I just want Connor to have the impression that he is being genuine. And I want people to understand that children feel a great deal as well, maintaining a realistic attitude while having fun. In spite of the fact that The Young and the Restless typically deals with weighty topics, Paxton asserts that there is an abundance of amusing moments that go place on set. The young actor acknowledges the need of maintaining a healthy equilibrium between their professional and personal lives. During the gaps that occur between takes, he and his other actors participate in various leisure activities. He freely admits that his co-stars like lavishing him with various treats to show their appreciation. On the shoot, I was given a lot of mouth-watering delicacies. He beams with happiness and clarifies, but I try not to eat too many, because Melissa says that if I do, I'll be too hyperacting in my scenes. In addition to this, Paxton is given the option to provide his opinions on how he thinks Connor could react to a variety of different events. In his opinion, the authors and filmmakers may occasionally ask him for his input on a scene, which is something that he thinks is extremely cool. He believes that this is something that he will be asked about. I get the sense that they have confidence in me to know what Connor would do, I said. It is something like that that makes me feel really good about myself and the work that we are doing together. Observe what lies ahead. The story is moving on.